Menendez from New Jersey is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. At a time of increasing challenges from adversaries seeking to threaten the international order, from my perch as chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, I'm increasingly of the view that the United States has to lead the creation of an economic alliance among like-minded countries that can provide a framework for cooperative action in response to military aggression, violations of sovereignty, economic coercion, and retaliation by adversaries. So while I welcome the G7 leader statement calling for the creation of a new coordination platform on economic coercion to promote cooperation within and beyond the G7, I think we have to go further. I'm currently drafting legislation that would direct the administration to create a common economic defense mechanism that would counter economic coercion, build supply chain resilience, promote stronger export controls, and protect critical technologies. So I would like to have each of your offices' assistance in creating this bill. So my first question is, will each of you commit to working with my office on creating input and drafting this legislation?
Yes, Senator, certainly.
Yes, Senator.
Yes, Senator.
Yes, Senator.
Thank you all very much. Look forward to working with you. Our lack of outbound investment oversight in sensitive industries has the potential to harm our national security and hamper the competitiveness of U.S. industry because of our technical prowess, capital, and the unique know-how that access to the U.S. capital markets provides. The President's budget requested funding to support the establishment of such an outbound investment review mechanism by executive action. So, Assistant Secretary Rosen, how will you scope a screening tool such that it is broad enough to prevent U.S. capital and expertise from financing investments in critical sectors that undermine U.S. national security, but narrow enough to actually be implementable?
Senator, thank you for the question, and I think she sort of hit the nail on the head, which is we are working to craft a narrow and focused program on national security, but that achieves these core objectives. And what we are thinking, currently working towards, is a program that restricts the flow of U.S. investment dollars that comes with know-how and expertise into certain and specific sectors and subsectors of concern, such as advanced semiconductors, artificial intelligence, and quantum computing, that can be used by countries of concern, in this case, particularly the PRC, for the benefit of their military, intelligence capabilities, and mass surveillance. And so we are focused on being narrow and tailored. Mm-hmm. And we're also focused in a program that is understandable by the public and the business community and administrable.
What steps are you taking to bring other major capital markets on board so that our allies and partners are prepared to take similar steps?
Another excellent point, we've been engaged in a robust dialogue with our allies and partners. You've seen some of the outputs of this from the G7 statement by the President of the European Commission as well. Under Secretary Yellen's leadership, we have been engaged in a robust dialogue, not just to sort of share what we are thinking, but also to help share what our national security concerns are so that other countries can assess whether something similar is in their best interest, because we believe when you go multilaterally, it's always more effective.
All right. I appreciate that. I look forward to seeing the work. I commend the administration for the unprecedented range of sanctions it has imposed on Russian actors in response to the invasion of Ukraine. And while I believe we need to focus on enforcement, we need to address the fact that China continues to enable Putin's war machine. Assistant Secretary Rosenberg, what steps are you taking to target enablers of Putin's inner circle and war-making capabilities, including such enablers in the People's Republic of China?
Thank you, Senator, for the question. We are strongly committed to ensuring that Russia is not able to gain access to money and material to fund its war and to enforcing our sanctions, as you have noted. We've made clear to any individual or entities that might go forward and evade those sanctions that we will not tolerate this, including specifically with respect to China at the level of president to president. In order to make good on that commitment that there shall be consequences for enablers of sanctions evasion, we have designated a number of Chinese entities and individuals that have participated in the evasion of sanctions. So with respect to Russia, starting just this year, in January, we designated a firm known as Spacity that is providing satellite imagery of the battlefield in Ukraine to the Wagner Group in fighting the war. We've also designated in April and in this month as well a number of entities that were involved in providing financial front services as well as participating in
But
procurement
not many
networks.
individuals. Entities, but not many individuals.
We have designated many Chinese individuals in the past and wouldn't hesitate to do so if there was an
Could
opportunity.
you forward to my office the public list of the individuals and entities that have been sanctioned in this regard?
Certainly, Senator.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.